still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go.
Hi guys, I'm Emma.
Hey guys, I'm John, and we're Emma and John, you're welcome.
Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new then welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing Chef de France.
We are talking about restaurants and food, and that's our favourite subject, so why not?
Yeah, if you're planning a Disney trip, then this might help you decide if Chef de France is for you.
100%,
or if you've been to Chef de France before, you can just argue it out with us
and
in the
let
comments.
us know what you think of it.
Yeah. So we've got some categories. They're the same categories we use in all of our reviews for restaurants. So we'll start with location.
Okay, so it's in Epcot, in the French Pavilion.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right opposite one of John's favourite alcoholic beverage stalls.
So when we went, there was a booth selling like sushi, alcoholic sushis.
Yeah, they were like orange and lemon flavoured.
Yeah, they were lovely. We had one of them before we went for a meal, and there wasn't a better way to start a meal. It was amazing. I'm not sure if the booth always there.
I think it is.
Let us know if it is or not. I hope so, because it was lovely.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a better way to start a meal.
No, it was very nice. It was a very hot day too,
It was,
so
yeah.
They were needed. Okay, moving on to atmosphere and theming.
Okay, the atmosphere in the whole pavilion and the theming of the whole pavilion is amazing. You know, if you close your eyes, you think you're in France.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they do so well, Disney.
Yeah.
And the restaurant is exactly the same.
I like the entrance to Chef de France. It's under like a canopy, and they've got like benches along each side.
Yeah.
So while you're waiting for your table, if it's not quite ready, you can sit there
Yeah.
out of the sun, which is nice.
Absolutely.
It was basically just a plain old French restaurant, in my opinion.
But that's what you would have in Paris. You know, there's exactly what they got there is what you would have in Paris. And we've been to the restaurants in Paris many a times, and it's exactly the same. The waiters were so smart. It's all in white. The theme of the restaurant was, like you say, what you would imagine it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing bad at all. It's exactly what you imagine it should be like.
Yeah, it's not overly themed,
No.
like some restaurants are. The only thing I will say about this, and I don't think it's a negative, I just think it's a thought, because they've got Monsieur Paul's, which is obviously the signature restaurant in France, which we've never been to, but I assume it is just a classically French-styled restaurant.
Yeah.
I think that should have allowed for them to do a little bit more with Chef de France, maybe make it a little bit cheesy.
So I don't know.
But
I think it would turn into a gimmick then. I don't want it to be a gimmick.
okay,
But
so
I
it is
see what
it
you
is.
mean, yeah.
So yeah, it's nice. It feels nice. It doesn't feel stuffy in there.
It
just feels nice.
It was lovely. Like I said, the waitress seemed to be very smart in this restaurant, and they're all in white. And you know, I like that. That's a nice little touches that will sets the restaurant out for me. And it's these little touches that, well, that's you look smart. You know, the table's set out nice, and the whole restaurant feels like how it should. Yeah, I can't complain at all. It was lovely.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to food. We both did the prefix menu.
We did.
Well, prefix. It was like a starter, a main, and a dessert, but it's from the main menu. So, but they start you off with baguette.
Yes.
A baguette. Very nice.
Warm butter as well, I think it was. Yeah, you can't beat that. You know, that's exactly what everyone loves to start off with, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, so we both had starters. I had a charcuterie, which I can't find on the current menu.
Okay.
But that's what I had.
You definitely have it, yeah. I've had snails. The snails, what I had was lovely. Or the escargot. I had them many a times, many places, and these ones were up there with one of the best ones I've had. They were really, really, really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed my charcuterie as well.
Good.
It was picky, and I like picky and dippy foods. And it was a nice change, actually. I don't very often have a charcuterie.
No, I was surprised you went for that, I must admit.
But it's meats and cheeses, so...
Yeah, but you can't go
and I like meats and cheeses.
Yeah.
And then we both had the steak in this restaurant. And we were wondering why I ordered the steak. So we had a look, we looked back at the menu, and it had dauphinoise potatoes and green beans, which is why I've chosen the steak, because John actually finished my steak off.
I did, yeah. I wasn't hungry at all. I could have just been happy with what I had, but I couldn't let that go to waste.
It was a big steak too, wasn't it?
It was.
Like,
yeah.
because I'd eaten some of it.
You
so
did
it was,
a lot of it, most
yeah.
of it, and I finished it off because it was so tasty.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really lovely meal. The Dolphin Wild potatoes, the steak, for me, that's me all over. It was stunning.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. And when they're serving you, I suppose we'll talk about this a little bit in customer service, but it felt like a nice restaurant experience at that point.
Absolutely.
So,
it wasn't rushed. We was a mess. There's a
we
lot
were
of us.
hot.
Yeah, we were talking over trouble. We, was having conversations with other people.
Yeah, we'd had a good day, so we were laughing and talking.
Yeah.
So.
And the server, waiter.
We'll move on to service in a minute.
Okay.
Just sorry to cut you off, but I need to talk about dessert. John had the creme brulee. He does often go for a creme brulee.
I do. You can't beat a good creme brulee, and it was amazing.
It was big too, wasn't it?
It was a good size. Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed it. And it had the crunch. You got to do it. You got to hit it with your spoon and hit the crunch. Yeah, it was lovely. Really, really good. I like it because it doesn't fill you up as much. It's quite light. And I like them. So they're probably, it's up there with one of the best ones I've had, if I'm honest. The only other one I think probably on par, if not slightly better, was on the Disney cruise when we did a staycation, and that's that's going some.
Yeah.
So.
I had the chocolate tart. It was nice. I don't really like tarts that much, and the chocolate was American chocolate or dark chocolate. It could have been dark chocolate, but it was nice and I did finish it, so can't complain. One thing I will say about the menu, there's not as much choice as in other restaurants.
Okay.
There's a few mains to choose from, a couple of starters and 3 desserts, and I don't think 3 desserts is enough desserts to choose from.
What would you want on there?
Crepe or
that's a good idea. But you got a crepe you next round the corner, aren't they? So
well, yeah, but they could do like little crepes.
Yeah.
I don't know, something Frenchy.
Yeah.
Macarons.
Oh, that would be good.
Something like that, because it was chocolate tart, creme brulee, and I think there was like a fruity option.
Okay.
So there were options, but I just think I don't think 3 is enough.
That's
options.
fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, and then John also had the French martini.
I did, yeah. I like martinis. I found out on this holiday.
It's been a real discovery for John.
Absolutely, and it was lovely. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It went with the meal gorgeous, and the whole thing that I had and drank was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't have a cocktail because it was the middle of the day,
and you already had that shusty before we went in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was fully liquid at this point. Okay, customer service. Continue.
Customer service. Yeah, like I said, we were a hot mess. We were talking over one another. Everyone having their chats with whoever, and we didn't know what we was doing or ordering. And the server, waiter, he was very patient with us. He stood there, he explained everything, and I suppose that's his job, but he was really, really good at it.
Yeah.
He was very patient with us. Yeah, perfect. I can't fault him at all.
Yeah, no, it was good. And they're all like efficient, super efficient.
Yeah.
And they're just there. They put the plate down. They clear you almost as soon as you're done, which is nice because it's not nice to sit there with the plates. But no, it was good.
And it wasn't rushed at all. It was. I think to be a good waiter is knowing the times to come over and not to come over and refill your drink or take your plates away and getting your main out not too close to your starter, and I think it's the timeline makes a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
He definitely had that down to a T.
Yeah, it was nice.
He was.
And first I was trying to figure out if he was from France, but he was not. So,
no, I don't think they started that when we were there. I think they started it now. I think they're all coming back
the cultural
now.
program. Yeah. Okay, value for money then. So we did the prefix. Most of us in the group did the prefix, but about one, I think.
Yeah.
It was $67.95 for starter, main, dessert, and a drink. So I think you could have beer, wine, or a soft drink, and I had a soft drink.
So was that $67?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it worked out, if you were going to have 3 courses, definitely worth it. If you were going to have 2, depending on your courses, it was worth it.
So that's surprising to me because this is one of my favourite restaurants of the whole holiday, and it's up there. There's loads more, but this one was up there. and it's probably one of the cheapest. Well,
It definitely isn't badly priced.
not at all.
So.
It was really, really, really good. I think I was, happy with that. And like I said before, when you go, it's when you know. And the food was amazing for prefix, and it went for lunch. So I suppose, is it different in the evening or not?
I think it might be a little bit more in the evening, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, so there might be a good tip there if you wanted to try it and you wanted to save a bit. You go and give it lunch. But
I think we've been talking about like versus dining plan because this was our first trip, not on the dining plan. So I think this would have been a 1 table service credit.
Yep.
Because I think Monsieur Paul's is their signature,
Okay.
which is 2. So I think actually if this was dining plan, I would maybe say it's not quite worth it on the dining plan.
Oh really?
Well,
You'd
if
rather
you
pay
think
out of
I would
pocket?
rather pay the 67 out
Yeah.
of pocket.
Yeah.
Actually, and if you're not going to have a full 3 courses, well, on the dining plan you would have 2 courses. So then no, I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth the
fair
dining
enough.
plan.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think we'd go and pay out of pocket then, or use a dining plan, but knowing it's not worth it for that particular restaurant. You win someone, you lose someone. A dining plan.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe it is if you have like the most expensive starter, the most expensive main,
Yeah.
and a dessert and the wine. Maybe it is then.
Yeah.
But no, I think I would just pay out of pocket. One thing I will say, or another thing I will say, the mains were really generously portioned.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish mine.
I did.
I don't think Bob and Kaya finished theirs.
No, I don't think so.
And the beef bourguignon, this is one thing that really baffled me, and I think it's just me being uncultured.
Okay.
But normally if we have beef bourguignon, we do it with mashed potato.
We do.
And
yes.
there they do it with pasta.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, let me know, is that normally how you serve beef bourguignon? Because I've only ever had it with mashed potato.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, because I definitely would have ordered the beef bourguignon if it was with mashed potato.
Okay.
So maybe I could have just got it swapped out.
I was glad I went for the steak because that whole meal with the dauphinoise potatoes was stunning. It was really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was well happy with what we picked.
Yeah.
Because it was nice.
Okay, so your overall opinion and then your score out of 10.
Okay, for whatever reason, I don't know, I didn't have much thought about this one before we went. And as soon as we went, it was stunning. The food was gorgeous, the atmosphere was amazing. I was ready for it this day. I think that helps as well. I was ready to eat something. And yeah, I ate mine at Emma's, and not
Just everyone.
not because I was hungry, just because the taste and the steak was so lovely.
Yeah.
My starters, my snails was gorgeous. I really, really enjoyed them.
Were they in like a garlicky sauce?
Yeah, I think most of the time they are. But so good, so good. And I had it elsewhere on this holiday as well, and compare the two, it's really, really difficult because they're both really, really good. There wasn't much in between them. So yeah, really, really good. Food was amazing. Well happy with it. Definitely go back. Out of 10, like I say, it's one of my favourites. It's up there for 8.5.
Okay, cool.
You?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think next time I probably wouldn't have the prefix menu unless they have better dessert options.
Okay.
And on the menu now online, the charcuterie is an option as a main, which I think is interesting. So maybe I'll try that.
Okay.
I would go back.
Yeah.
I don't think it was one of my favourites, but I think it was kind of level with what's the Canada restaurant called? The Canada steak restaurant.
Oh, the Callier.
Lee Kellier. I
Yeah.
think for me, it's that level of like.
Okay.
So I like
I love that restaurant.
Yeah, so that's one of John's favourites, and
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 7, which is a good score for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I just wish they had more desserts.
That's fair enough. No, a good point now.
And I like desserts, so I would like to have options.
Okay.
They could have at least done like a sundae or something with.
Yeah,
like,
no, good point. I didn't click to me for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always going to go for the creme brulee, always.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a difficult decision. You should be like, oh, that sounds good. And I chose the tart because there was nothing else.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's, I think, for me, what I would choose is what they had on the menu. So it was ticking my box. I would have the snails, of course. It was on the menu. I'm always going for that. I would have the steak. I'm always going for that. And creme brulee, that's me all over. So
Yeah.
it was a great menu for me.
Yeah, well, let us know if you have been to Chef de France down in the comments below.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't tried it, is it somewhere that you're going to try?
Yes, let us know.
We hope this is helpful. If you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.